Kamara believed being a senator's daughter meant she could live without limits until the night her freedom began to collapse. She stumbled home in the middle of the night after yet another wild party, heels in her hands, makeup smudged, completely unbothered. But this time her mother was waiting in the living room, not asleep, not calm, waiting. She was tired of the late nights, tired of the failed university entry exams, tired of watching her daughter throw her future away. Kamara had failed repeatedly, yet all she cared about was partying. But Kamara didn't flinch. She boldly reminded her mother that her father was Senator Bricks. She didn't need university, she didn't need discipline. All she wanted was to enjoy life. The next morning at 10 a.m., while Kamara was still fast asleep, Senator Bricks walked into her room. One look at his grown daughter sleeping away her future was enough. He made his decision instantly. If she didn't want school, then the luxury that came with being his daughter was over. Her allowance was cancelled, her privileges withdrawn. From that day, she would do house chores like everyone else. For the first time in her life, Kamara felt controlled. Then fate quietly introduced someone who would change everything. One morning during her jog, she crossed paths with Zikora and his friend Mike. The moment Zikora saw her, he froze. There was something about her confidence, her beauty, her boldness. Mike quickly warned him. Kamara was known for arrogance and trouble, but attraction doesn't listen to warnings. Meanwhile, Kamara wasn't done rebelling. Despite her father's anger, she planned another party night. With the help of her friend Clara, who distracted the watchman by sending him on an errand, Kamara slipped out. The party was wild. She drank heavily, she danced with strangers, she laughed without limits, and she got so drunk she couldn't even remember how she got home. The next morning, she woke up excited, ready to tell Clara every detail, until she pulled back the blanket and saw her father lying on the bed instead. He had caught her red-handed. That was the breaking point. Senator Bricks exploded. She was grounded indefinitely. Every privilege she once enjoyed disappeared overnight. He even warned Clara that her sponsorship could be withdrawn if she didn't advise Kamara properly. Desperate for a solution, Kamara's mother accepted an idea from her friend. Her son Zikora, a university graduate who had tutored students in the United States, would become Kamara's private tutor. Kamara was furious. She insisted it was her life and she would live it her way. But her mother made a deal that shook her. If she passed her exams, she would finally go to America as she had always dreamed. That promise caught her attention. When Zikora arrived for the tutoring job, he was stunned. The same girl he admired during the morning jog was now his student. For a brief moment, he imagined a future with her, a life beyond just tutoring. Kamara felt it too. She confessed to her friend that Zikora was handsome, mature, and incredibly attractive. Studying with him would not be easy, and it wasn't. During lessons, her mind wandered. She checked her phone constantly. She barely listened. Days passed, and her attitude remained unchanged. Then one afternoon, Senator Bricks walked in and saw Zikora tutoring her seriously. Proud of what he believed was progress, he offered to help Zikora secure a job through his powerful connections. Zikora was overwhelmed with gratitude, but Kamara's old habits were still alive. She convinced Zikora to attend a party with her. That night, history repeated itself. She drank too much and could barely stand. Zikora took her home, changed her stained clothes so she could rest comfortably, and left her to sleep. The next morning, panic consumed her. She couldn't find her clothes and feared something had happened. When she confronted him, he calmly assured her that nothing inappropriate occurred. He had only helped her. Still, the tension between them was growing. The night before her exams, instead of revising, Kamara was dancing in her room. She claimed she had studied enough and needed to relax. She pulled Zikora into her world of laughter and music, and in that moment of closeness, their relationship shifted from academic to romantic. Then reality struck. The exam results were released. She had failed again. Her dream of going to the United States vanished instantly. Senator Bricks was furious and deeply disappointed. The house felt heavy with shame. Zikora, blaming himself, went to her parents and apologized, asking for another chance to tutor her properly. This time, something inside Kamara broke. She was tired of humiliation, tired of being called irresponsible, tired of proving everyone right. She decided to change. Zikora became stricter. No distractions, no parties, no excuses. She studied late into the night. She read repeatedly. She sacrificed comfort for focus. For the first time in her life, Kamara worked hard for something she wanted. As the lessons grew serious, so did their bond. Their love was no longer built on rebellion, but on growth and discipline. Months later, the results came again. This time, she passed. University admission secured. America was finally within reach. Her parents were overwhelmed with pride.